Hello and welcome to anyone who's watching. This is Trash I Am. Still not a proper opening, but I'll get there someday. Last time on Paranormasight, I've been flabbergasted. Ayame Tono is apparently, or hopefully in my mind, as I previously predicted, Lady Ashino, or is possessed by Lady Ashino, but I would prefer if she actually was Lady Ashino, reincarnated like Nejima said she was, which is hilarious because Nejima died by the hands of Lady Ashino then, or Ayame Tono in this case. Ayame Tono proving herself to be the true villain of this game after all, because we had to prematurely say goodbye to our actual serial killer. And she is ready to actually fulfill, plan to kill the entire town if need be, which is insane. Everybody got together, strategized a plan. They're looking for the extra stone that Ayame also has. My god, everybody's just gonna gang up on Ayame Tono at this point. And I cannot stress enough that I really want Yoko to come back in this game no matter what. Where are you? Where are you, Yoko? Don't introduce this character. Tell me that she's not dead. Make her disappear for some reason, even though she was so into the occult. And then just what? She's just a write-off? Even Shoko comes back as a corpse. Give me Yoko back. Even if it's just a corpse, let her come back. I want her to be the true mastermind behind this, and that she put the Feast of Shadow into motion. You know what? Enough rambling. Let's just get into it. I need to know if she comes back or not. Ooh, I got a feeling this is gonna be the last one. Yeah. So we played Last Resort last time, but I guess it wasn't the only option available. Something needs to be found out at this point. But I have killed her. And the resurrection, apparently, I think it works because in the Harue's legacy, I think Richter is taking care of her kid, assuming that she's probably in prison or something. She never dies. Ayame Tono doesn't kill her, as far as I know. She just is like, well, you've got no I haven't tried not giving up the stone despite fucking up, so maybe that's something I still can get out of it. Oof. I should try it, because this one really says conclusion, and I feel like conclusion is really gonna be the end. So, let's kill ourselves. I don't think I need to do this, because I've already said this before, but let's just... Last resort. Haru and Richter rescue Mayu Chozawa and interrogate her along with Takumi Yumioka, yet they fail to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers. They decide to return to Harue's home when Ayame fucking jump scared me, which was also fun. I'm gonna start from the last bit. Okay, that was crazy. That was insane. Still isn't really the end of it. Fuck. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go to conclusion then. Maybe it's something we have to go back to, and then we find something out as the third person about Ayame here, and then we say that to her as Harue, to Ayame Tono, to prevent something from happening in the conclusion, I assume. Alright. Tsutsumi and Ario continue their investigation, deciding to meet with Ayame Tono to get to the bottom of it all. What will be the conclusion to the curses of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo, to Seiman and Ashino's intertwined fates? Yeah, did Seiman also come back? It'd be weird if it was just Lady Ashino. That's so Tsutsumi, 6 p.m. Sumida River. Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How have you been? Sorry, my voice is cracking up a bit. I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university.
That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition.
Nah, not one to... not one to mince words, eh?
You came alone, right?
Yeah, it's just me. You make it sound like I'm handing over a ransom money for hostages.
I just don't want to get caught, okay?
Never thought I'd see the day that you called the police.
There's something I needed to see you about.
Well, alright then. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's go through things one by one. Okay, sorry, but birds. I need to find these birds. Ah! I mean, I've been in this location. No, that's very annoying. It almost looks like a bird. Come on, give me a bird. I very much need it. I'm behind on birds. Fuck. I don't think I'm gonna get a bird. The sun is starting to dip down into the horizon. This long day is about to end. We don't have to worry about Nejima's threat anymore, but I sure didn't expect this to happen. Honestly, this is probably worse than... this is probably worse than Nejima. Because she's more likely to get away with things because you're her dad, and you've got a soft spot for her. Okay, this really sucks. No birds. None at all. Okay. She sure has changed over the past 3 years. Got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe she's that same little girl who would get omelette all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute. Is that how far back I have to go for a happy memory to get her? No wonder she hates me. You have a curse stone, don't you?
I do.
You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? The police will handle any damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it.
I'm not giving it up.
Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life?
That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the conditions for my curse is met, I'll use it. No hesitation.
God, brutal. Fucking brutal. Your own dad? Yikes. Okay. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have?
3. Not that it matters.
3, huh?
I'm not handing them over.
She called the police asking for me by name and demanded that I come meet her here alone. They asked if I wanted a team to set up a perimeter, but I had them stand down. Sure, she might have a run for it, but I don't want her panicking if she has a curse stone. Besides, I'm not trying to take her in by force. You're not? I feel like that's something you need to do when she's trying to kill you, buddy. About why she wants to ride. I don't think you want to hear this one, but... Why are you willing to go so far for the rite of resurrection? What do you want with it?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely.
Come on, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would. Anybody would.
Maybe together we can think up a way for you to get what you want without resurrection.
I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life.
Oh, Hokusai? What? Hokusai the ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life?
That'd be quite a feat, huh?
I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? I agree.
See? The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. Though I'm sure you never noticed.
Really? I had no idea.
It saved me. Hokusai's the reason I'm still alive today.
I didn't know you felt so hopeless.
You would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. From the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy.
You're really serious about this? Then I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima?
And if I did, would you hide me from the police?
Well, I don't know if I...
That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you can really care about. Yes, I did it.
You... It's not really a job thing at this point, bitch. You killed someone. I'm sorry, but even if he wasn't with the police, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't, hide the body with you or something. What the fuck?
I don't think he even knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to those gardens and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So there's no going back now.
That's not true. You can always make things right before you make them worse.
Then let me say it another way. This is my chance and I won't throw it away.
Your chance? Did Nejima say anything to you?
He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure.
Yeah, not surprised there.
So he said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone.
That's hilarious! Nejima and Ayame Toning having having a competition who had it worse with Tsutsumi is hilarious, and I'm so sad I didn't get to see this. Harsh.
In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit.
No. Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. So is she.
But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different.
Yeah, you kinda are similar. No. You're different.
Am I?
Well, maybe not that different.
But at least you're honest.
I know I haven't been the best father, but I wonder if all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they'd committed a crime?
How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like that.
Yeah, plenty of parents to take the fall for their children, or give them a place to hide. As a person it's wrong, but maybe as a parent it's the right thing to do.
I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if he did do something wrong. If I did do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side.
I see. So that's what it would take to be on your side. I can't do that. Yeah, I mean, sure, but murder is still a bit of I don't know, you know? That's a lot to ask of a parent. Like, accepting you even if you kill people, that's a lot to ask as a parent.
That's okay. I wasn't really expecting you to.
So, Najima really didn't tell you anything?
Not really, no.
About the yeah, you should have... I mean, he didn't know it was Ashino, so... About the talisman. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shiraishi had?
Michio Shiraishi?
From the car crash we're in with that Namigaki guy.
Oh, with Yutaro. Yeah, it was there.
Yutaro? That sounds like... So you and him were... I mean...
Not really. He was kind of a boring guy.
What? You're serious? But he said...
You're getting off track, Mr. Tsutsumi. The talisman. Get back to the talisman.
We should have relied... We shouldn't have relied on him for this. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But with the hit and run case on top of everything, you're really in deep.
Is that really what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, no. Tell me about the talisman. Did you take it from the scene?
You mean this?
That's it.
I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind.
That's all. There's really no other reason.
What's the big deal? Is it really that special, this whole thing?
Yeah, it's real important. Would you mind giving it to me?
Important for what?
For putting a stop to the curses of the 7 mysteries. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You could have lied. You could have been like, well, it's really important to Michio's friend, her dear friend. She wants to keep it as a keepsake. It's really important to her. Why would you tell her the truth? Obviously, she's not gonna give it now.
Oh, so that means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right. Then, no way. I'm definitely keeping it.
Yeah, dumbass. I screwed that one up.
Mr. Tsutsumi, you really can't do any better than that. Come on, the talisman.
Will you give me the talisman?
What? No way. I can't lose the right.
Dumb fuck. I've never seen Tsutsumi do such bad police work ever. Like, he's been pretty on top of his game, but as soon as his daughter becomes involved, he's like, well, shit. About being taken a hostage. I'm sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt?
And there it is. That's so like you.
What?
You're only mentioning that now? Shouldn't that have been the first thing you asked me?
Well, I was just...
You're not worried about me. All you care about is yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I've been selfish, I know.
Oh, come on, Mr. Tsutsumi. You can do better than that. You really screwed up here, huh?
I'm not sure if they're on Tsutsumi's side right now, as in, like, yeah, you shouldn't be, how do you say that? Like, you shouldn't be following her lead like that, or come on, Tsutsumi, like, why are you falling for little traps?
I'm fine. I'm
falling for little traps, or, come on, Tsutsumi, You should have asked her earlier. That's true. I am in the right. Because honestly, as her father, it is weird that I asked that one last. It is a bit rude, but I was just going down the list.
I'm fine. I managed to get away somehow or other.
Yeah, by killing. Right. I'm glad. I'm not so glad. I would have preferred Nejima was still alive. About her mother. How is she? Yasuko, I mean.
Mom? I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her though, haven't you?
I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you.
Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me?
I did not. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Ayame, his priorities are right now is about saving everybody in this city. I think that's a lot more important than telling your mother that you've met up. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already has.
You want to talk? I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn?
By all means.
You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you?
I actually don't know if I am. Like, what am I supposedly hiding? I don't know. Am I? I'm not sure. Oh, wait, maybe the fact that, yeah, that she's adopted. I keep forgetting that she knows, but she doesn't know that, or at least Tsutsumi doesn't know that she knows, which makes it difficult for me to remember. I am. Well, sure. You can't live as long as I have without having a secret or two.
Of course you tried to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone, the Taiko of Tsugaru, works.
Is it something about lying again? What?
My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me.
Oh, fuck.
So if you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing?
I get it. Why you wanted to see me? Then let me tell you one thing first. You're adopted! The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie.
What? How is that fair? And you'd use that curse on me?
As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable, but as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice.
Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say?
I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie.
Go ahead then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were, so you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my real parent is the man I was just with.
Ayame. Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are honestly and truly our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less.
Even now, you're still trying to hide it. Why? Are you really that stupid?
Boss! Boss! Why is your pride worth dying for? Oh man, I'm not doing all those screams. I'm sorry, it's a lot.
I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it?
Ayame, listen.
Huh? You're... How?
Ayame. Be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter.
No way. How are you still alive?
I don't know what that piece of shit Najima filled your head with, but you're not Shino. And you're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Alright, I guess it's Tono now. Well, that's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be part of who you are.
What are you... Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse proved that it's not.
Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. And I did leave everything at home to your mom. And I was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it.
Why say all of this now?
So, do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. And if you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me.
Stop, I can't.
The mastermind behind all this, the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right, wasn't you, was it?
No, I wouldn't even know how to do that.
And picking up Michio Shirai's talisman was just a coincidence, right?
Huh? Yeah, I already told you that.
Good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Najima. You can stand on your own 2 legs, you can keep living, without escaping into a fantasy. You can hate me, you can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse too. It's not too late to atone. For the hit and run, for using the curse, don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can, because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can.
Dad!
Boss! Boss!
That day at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Tsutsumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Tsutsumi as well as the 3 given up by Ayame lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed.
What? Okay.
A resentful memory. The deep sound of drums once more reverberates through the night air. How long has it been since we started hearing them each day? Could it be coming from the daimyo's residence? I've heard they have a drum in there
their fire watchtower instead of wooden clackers. But I don't see a fire, so why are they sounding in a drum? Then one morning a body was found. Isn't that old man Kanzo, the ukiyo-e painter? He lived nearby, but had been down and out of for years. Despite his efforts to sell his works, every now and then his granddaughter would visit, and he would teach her to paint. It was the old man's only pleasure. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams. Curses, souls, resurrection. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by a sudden zeal and began to paint with great fervor. His work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed the strange imagery. Even the daimyo had taken notice. What could possibly have happened? The people whispered amongst each other. It looked almost as if he had been beaten like a drum. Okama was a lovely woman. She was spirited, worked hard, and lived a frugal yet pleasant life, until her husband hanged himself. My husband? A swindler? Who would believe such a thing? Okama was determined to clear her husband's name. That is when she met Tomezo, a man that was a stranger to these parts. This man must be one of the daimyo's spies. It appears that after my husband, I will be next. So be it. But what is he hunting for? Okama, putting on the airs of a woman mourning her husband, went to the bridge nightly to seek information from Tomezo. She soon discovered that she was right, and that her husband had been deceived. Okama decided to bring her newfound knowledge to the daimyo. Much to Tomezo's alarm, angered at having been misled, he confronted her on the bridge. But Okama would not listen. She cursed him, called him vile names, and eventually his patient had worn thin. Blood splattered everywhere, and by the time he returned to his senses, it was already too late. He looked over the bridge into the river of blood below, and saw the corpse of a woman missing both arm and a leg. June Ario, 8 p.m. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. I can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found. Oh my fucking god. Yoko is back, baby! I know she is. She's gonna come back.
Oh, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely?
Yep. We sent her home in a patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end.
Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous.
My god, we're back where it all started. And still no bird, huh? Oh, there's a bird. Mockingbird 20. That's a cute one. It's not even a delinquent, honestly. It just looks like a high school bird. High school girl / bird. I feel like that's gonna be the last one, isn't it? Three, six missing, huh? Oh well. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone. The Whispering Kennel. And who the mastermind is. But we have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. I was going with the 2 talismans. Have you figured out the location of the Records of Fate's Yin scroll?
I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The thing inside the talisman that looked like scraps of woods were actually a tiny scroll kept folded up by the seal. Who would have thought the talisman actually contained the scroll itself? So that's the Yin scroll then. What's it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out.
Okay, unlocking the seal. Got it. Sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it.
Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, a beach, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed. Remove the 5 seals in the right order, okay?
Fuck, I should have wrote those down. I already forgot. I'm gonna take a quick picture of that. Okay. If you get it wrong, it's going to, go boom.
Huh? No, we'll just have to try again. I tested it once earlier.
Oh, you already tried it yourself. So brave.
I think it's devised so the real seal can only be undone if the curses for the rite have already been unleashed. And I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready.
Anytime. Just one more quick look around. I'm really sad because I feel like this is gonna be the OG timeline and I really don't want Tsutsumi to be actually dead. That really sucks. Guess it makes sense for such an important document to be sealed so tight. It might help to talk things over with Mio if I got stuck. Okay.
It won't explode or anything, so we might as well give it a try.
I see. Okay. First was the carp seal. Then was the light. Then was the beech leaf seal. Then was the taiko drum. Oh, they were kind of already put them in order for me.
Huh? I don't think that was right.
Nope. No good. What do you mean? Like... a carp, a light... Oh, I have to figure out which order. Okay, fuck you. What the hell? How would I know what the correct order is? I didn't even know there was an order. Maybe this is the order? I don't know. Let's see. A carp, huh? A carp. But also, I don't know what the carp is. Was the Whispering Candle a carp? I don't know. Yeah, it was. Okay. So the Whispering Candle was certainly first. A beech leaf. The evergreen beech. Well, Whispering Candle, light, leaf, beech leaf, taiko drum, and the one-sided reed. No, yeah, they are in order. They're literally in order. It's just that there's some curses in between, so I don't understand why we don't put the curses in between. Am I getting something wrong?
Then how do you know? Huh. Okay. I don't really know, because if it's not in this order, then where am I supposed to find the answer, you know? Well, the carp is the whispering canal. I mean, it has to be then something in here. I can't imagine it being how the people when they died, because like not everybody died. So I mean, they died in different timelines, but but I also don't say any dates in here, so where's the beckoning light? Walking along the road near Honji at night, one might spot a hazy lantern. Yeah, also, yeah, there's no time, dates, or even time of day. And if it's a time of day that they mention, and it's still at night, they all die at night. So there's not really any indication as to which one would come first. See, the previous night he had escaped. Morning. Okay. So he died in the morning. Then one morning a body was found. This one's also morning though. So yeah, it's not really handy. This is not gonna work. Alright. I'm just gonna have to look it up, because this feels impossible to find out. Okay, here it says now the order you need to select them in is the order in which the spirits they contain originally died. Which, again, fuck you, because they only say morning, night, night, night. So that doesn't really any indication as to what time they should be. Or is it, do they mean... Because did they all die? No, right? Yako is still alive. That's what Tsutsumi is dead. Ayame Tono is still alive. Harue Shigima is still alive. It's just... Yeah, none of... The only one that's actually dead
this timeline is Tetsuo Tsutsumi and Nejima. And the others survived. And Shogo, obviously, but like, who cares about Shogo, am I right? Yeah. No, I really can't find it. I'm gonna cheat. Sorry. So the first one would be with bit of thinking and note taking, you should be able to see that the taiko drum is the first selection. Sure. And followed by the beach. Then the reed, the carp, and finally the light. Thing is, it doesn't say anything about when they died, so... Wow, you got it right. It's open. Getting it in just 3 tries, that's great. Nice job. Fuck, I forgot that this game always counts on how many mistakes you make. Oh. It was easier than I thought. I just looked at which event followed which. What do you mean which event followed which? That doesn't say anything. It doesn't have a date. It doesn't say here. Maybe phenomenon curses? Okay, if we were to... I'm sorry, I'm just really pressed about this because it pisses me off. They make it sound like it's so right in front of you, but it really isn't. This estate was almost 8 meters tall, so it only designated firefighter. So obviously the first bit never really says anything. Even the thing under the picture doesn't say anything. A resentful memory. So this one, it just says that he was found the next morning being beaten up. And not even the next morning, just then one morning. Then, according to... what was it again? What was the next... After the taiko drum is the beach. Okay, the evergreen beach. But why though? Okay, so... Yeah, again, that morning. It was found hanging that morning. The prosperity that Ukiyo-e boom brought must have been that fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime, but dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, blah blah blah. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, neither did the man's body hanging from it. The mansion's owner was not at home. Another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing defying punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless. I don't know. And then after the beach, then it's the reed. Ah, okay. They're really just stories intertwined with each other. I've never noticed that before. They're all just one after another telling the stories about the people that died, but they're just like... It's actually just one group of people, not from different time eras or anything. They're just like, oh, my husband hanged himself, so now I'm gonna do this and this and that, and then, oh shit, now I'm dead. And then the next one is like, oh, like they're all connected. I never noticed that reading it. I thought they were just separate stories. Yeah, I should have probably read them once more. Like, read them fully once more. That's my bad.
Now we can finally read what's written inside. Let's see.
It is said that Seimon Tsuchimikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Hanjo incident might become cursed, and used it in the collection of soul drags for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Seimon. The text has been preserved in the form of 2 talismans held by Hajime Yoshimi and Michio Shiraishi. It contains a full account of the Hanjo incident, and the following is written in Seimon's hand. I bequeath this scroll. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo, my body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline, and my spirit, that is my own consciousness. The Hanjo incident. How could I have been so stupid? I've been reading and nothing has been entering my mind, huh? It literally says it here. The Hanjo incident is, during the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell, became the basis for the 7 mysteries of Hanjo. My god, am I stupid. This is a story that takes place in the late Edo period. There was once a family that lived in a row house in Hanjo. The family consisted of a Netsuke craftsman named Jinkichi, his wife Koma, and their daughter Toki. They enjoyed a poor but happy existence. One day, they took in a man by the name of who claimed to be a shomoji. He was on the run, having barely escaped with his life from something or another, and wound up in Hanjo. The tough circumstances had left him sick and destitute. Jinkichi felt sorry for the man and decided to shelter him. The stranger was deeply grateful for the kindness and care of Jinkichi's family, as without it he would have surely died, and told them thusly on the day of his departure, "I want to give you my thanks, but unfortunately I have nothing of value." He paused and asked, "Is there anyone who wants to bring back to life? You want to bring back to life?" It turned out that the man's true name was Tsuchimikado Seimon, a descendant of renowned Onmyoji, and he had been researching the fabled rite of resurrection. For his crime in unearthing this forbidden rite, he was chased out by his family, but he wrote down everything about the spell in a book he named the Record of Fates. While on the run, whoever sought to perform the rite would need to kill people and gather their soul dregs. Seimon had only researched the rite out of the spirit of inquiry, but thought himself willing to use the rite if it was for the sake of Jinkichi's family. However, Jinkichi shook his head. "Sacrificing someone is unthinkable. We didn't help you because we wanted something in return, so you owe us nothing," he said. Declining the unbelievable offer, Seimon bowed his head in gratitude countless times at those words and left their house. In the same area there lived an ukiyo-e artist known as Old Man Kanzo. His art didn't sell much, but he often looked after Toki while Jinkichi and Koma were out working. Young Toki heard Seimon's talk about the rite of resurrection, but being too young to comprehend it, regaled it to Old Man Kanzo as a story of fiction. Old Man Kanzo, inspired by the story and filled with renewed vigor, put his heart and soul into his next painting. The piece centered around the theme of resurrection became an instant hit in town. Jinkichi, being a shrewd businessman, saw an opportunity and jumped on the bandwagon by carving Netsuke connected to Old Man Kanzo's ukiyo-e. He made up stories about his Netsuke, telling the people that their blessings were connected to resurrection, and his business rapidly flourished. So that's where the the curse stones come from. This fucker is trying to make money and he's like making curse stones. That man unknowingly left us a wonderful gift, thought Jinkichi and his family, but they were unaware of the tragedy that would soon unfold. Before long, word of old man Kanzo's wonderful ukiyo-e reached the ears of the local daimyo, and he was summoned to the lord's residence. But what awaited him was not praise, but cruel torture at the hands of Ashino, a female onmyoji who was in pursuit of Seiman. It was her who pressured Seiman into researching the rite of resurrection, which she secretly planned to use to preserve her beauty for all eternity. Ashino, you bitch. Ashino took advantage of the fact that the daimyo's heart was weak and frail following the loss of his family, and manipulated him into capturing old man Kanzo, the source of the recent rumors about resurrection. Tell me where you heard of the rite of resurrection, Ashino demanded. As the brutal beatings continued, it was said that the eerie sound of the beatings rang out like the beating of a taiko drum, night after night, reaching even the watchtower of the Tsugaru residence. In the end, Ashino's cruel torture secured her the information on Jinkichi's family and existence of the Record of Fates. The daimyo sent his chief retainer to bring in Jinkichi, and the torture resumed afresh with the new captive. This time she intended to obtain the whereabouts of Seiman and the location of the Record of Fates. Jinkichi didn't know where Seiman went, but even if he did, he had no intention of telling and stubbornly kept his mouth shut. The torture was pushed too far, and Jinkichi was unintentionally killed before he spoke a word. The daimyo had Jinkichi's corpse hanged from a beech tree, and declared that, unable to bear the guilt of the crime of deceiving the masses with false rumors of resurrection, Jinkichi had committed suicide. This too was all part of Ashino's plan to send a message to the common folk, especially the increasing number of those who sought out the right for themselves. Oh, shit. News of what happened to Jinkichi spread, and people lost interest in the rite, wondering if the stories of resurrection were all but a lie. But rumors that the daimyo's word was perhaps not all that truthful spread quickly when a dancer claimed to have witnessed the chief retainer's cold-blooded handiwork firsthand, and Honjo fell into unrest once more. The chief retainer arrested the girl and proposed a deal to put a stop to the rumors. The girl was to say she just wanted attention and retract her story by saying it was entirely made up. In exchange, she would be given a most wondrous stage to perform on, but when a day came, she was suffocated by the mask prepared for the performance. Unbeknownst to her, the mask had been covered in glue, as part of the plan to kill and silence her. Koma never believed for a moment that her husband Jinkichi had committed suicide. She was certain someone was behind his death, and asked around persistently for the names, addresses, and any other information she could find on people with connections to the daimyo. The chief retainer would not allow things to escalate any further, and had Tomezo, a ronin, who once served as a spy, go after her. However, she turned the table on him, shouting, "It was you who killed my husband, wasn't it?" Confronted with the accusations, Tomezo flew into a blind rage and cut Koma down in broad daylight. Ordered to take responsibility for his failure by committing seppuku, he exposed the daimyo's plot as he disemboweled himself by a lantern of the soba cart used to give coded signals. With both her parents gone, through means unbeknownst to her, Toki found herself to be all alone. One day, late at night, she went searching for her parents and met her doom falling into a canal, where she drowned. Meanwhile, the chief retainer had made no headway whatsoever in finding Seiman's whereabouts, and an incensed Ashino decided to set fire to his residence, burning him alive. In truth, all those connected to these events thus far were cursed by Ashino so that their souls would turn into soul dregs upon death, which she had been collecting. All she needed to perform the rite now was to get her hands on the Record of Fates. Sensing that there was something serious at work behind the recent string of strange events in Honjo, Seiman returned to find he was too late. He broke down in tears when he learned that of the unfortunate and unnatural deaths Jinkichi's family had met. Seiman realized it was the handiwork of Ashino when he found their soul dregs had been collected, and decided he had to prevent any further sacrifice from happening by confronting her on Hoonji Bridge. What ensued was a fierce battle of spells that endured till the break of dawn, though those who did not know any better only saw what they believed to be eerie flashes and supernatural orbs of lights.
At the end of the long battle, Ashino defeated Seimon and obtained the Record of Fates, but he had placed a curse upon her foot. Ashino dragged her foot, corrupted and horribly inflamed, and sought refuge at the nearby residence of a retainer and angrily demanded they wash her foot. Ashino died then and there, filled with agony on her foot, cursed and rotten. Seimon too, having sustained serious wounds during their fight, died that day on Hoenji Bridge, still filled with regret. However, Seimon came back to life, knowing that there would be enough soul dregs in place during their confrontation. He had prepared a spell that would activate the rite of resurrection upon his passing. Feeling that his curiosity was responsible for the terrible tragedy that had unfolded, he was left with a keen understanding of why the rite of resurrection was forbidden, and became determined to seal it away. Indeed, the reason he'd resurrected himself was for that very purpose. However, he did not know what had become of the Record of Fates. With nothing to seal away, he instead used the remaining soul dregs to turn 9 of the Netsuke made by Jinkichi into ritual implements to be sealed away in Honjo. He placed a spell so that should someone try to activate the rite of resurrection again, all 9 pieces will awaken at once. And to pass the whole truth of these events to future generations, he wrote everything down in the Record of Fates Yin Scroll and passed it down to his descendants. Meanwhile, the townspeople kept silent about the incidents, out of fear of being cursed. However, these occurrences were so strange that gossip about it couldn't truly be contained. Over time, the detail became more and more vague as the stories grew into legends, and that is how they came to be called the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Oh, God, that was a long text. Yeah. So basically all of this was Seimon's fault, huh? I mean, yeah, also fuck Lady Ashino for doing this, but yeah, Seimon shouldn't have sought out after the rite of resurrection to begin with. Like, everybody in his family was like, why the fuck you doing this shit, man? Like, you know this is just gonna cause chaos bring chaos into existence. Like, why would you do this? Everybody's gonna try to kill everyone to bring someone back to life. And he was like, well, I want to try it out. And yeah, I don't think he actually paid his due diligence, because he, instead of using that rite of resurrection or just dying in general, also he didn't really seal it away. He sealed it away in a way so that people could easily use it again. Kind of a dick move. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the rite of resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we called the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right? Yes, the resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. Is there anything else? Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in events that calamity should arise from this grievous incident, it says. Whoa, you foresaw all of this happening. And it continues. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo. My body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline. And my mind, that is my own consciousness. Ooh, that body is gonna be difficult. 'Cause, didn't the bloodline die now? Michio is dead, and Yoshimi is dead. Like, who's left? Is Maya's not married to Yoshimi. She was just a fiance. It doesn't really count. It's not their blood either. Mind? How do you bring back consciousness back? Wow. So if we gather these 3 things in one place, Seimon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses in the rite of resurrection. Oh, you know what? I just forgot that the girlies that are
because I know Yoko's coming back. But this bitch, if she opened up the rite of resurrection to bring back Okapoko, I totally forgot that she was in this game to resurrect her dead dog. Oh my god. It's, like, you know what? I respect it more than Hokusai. I respect it more than Hokusai. Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we need. The three things are Seimon's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Seimon's curse echo. His curse echo? So Seimon himself is part of the seven mysteries. Now that you mention it, Mr. Hiraishi said something along those lines before. Like, what would his be then? Would it be the reed or the one that Satsumi had? I feel like it would be either of those two. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. Ah, no, then it has to be I am Maze, no? There was one of the curses was, I mean, fuck yeah, I'm gonna look up at it later, but one of the curses was like, whenever another curse stone is activated or something? I'm not sure. What kind of hint is that? Maybe it'll make more sense as we keep looking. But will the curse echo still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Seimon's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Seimon? He and Michio Shiraishi who had the other talisman. Both of them had already passed by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed. Damn, that's true. What are we gonna do? His bloodline was so split up. There have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too. Oh my god, is Yoko also part of the bloodline? Where? Is it another hint? As for the body, seek not only one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says. Do we know anyone like that? I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What's the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it is said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or one's self. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. I see. I think that makes sense. To me, it still doesn't. I don't... Like what? The control system? I feel like the mind would be the control system and the soul would be the driver, wouldn't it? So is there a hint for finding this one too? Well, let's see. There's this, should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Seimon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection. But before he could, Ashina stole the Record of Fates. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Seimon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now. What? So we have to get that person together with everything else. Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Seimon. And we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go. Right, but there's one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person. Oh, but who could that be? If it's like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako, Seimon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way. Huh? Excuse me, could I interrupt you for just a moment? Fuck yes! Fuck yes!
Who might you be? Would you buy this empty can of juice? I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen.
What? Sorry, what? It fucking was random as always. Huh?
I'll even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this.
I don't really want them.
Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me?
Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? Well, it's not like we need this exact spot, and we can't do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else.
Sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way.
Oh my god, these guys. Question her a little more. What the fuck? No. What? It hurts.
This is a curse.
Oh my god. What? What? No way! This is it? Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's going so fast also. I don't think I've ever... It doesn't feel like the credits ever go this fast. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Hanzhou to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? I'm like, who is the storyteller? Is it Seiman? It has to be a man, right? Because, I don't know, the build just... I know he has long hair and everything, but I feel like it's a man. By the way he's dressed and his build. Yeah, I don't know. Like, who are we and who is the storyteller is my biggest question. Because the storyteller has to be Seiman, right? Like the ghost or... Not the ghost, but like the soul spirit, whatever, of Seiman, maybe? And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. Yikes, okay. Well... Okay. I don't feel like anything that's gonna be, yeah. I feel like the whole Ayame Tono and Haruhi thing isn't gonna change anything. So, I mean, I'll get it just to get like Ayame's Hokusai dreams come true. I just want to know. But I have to get Haruhi killed, so let's see how that works out. Resume. Huh. Okay, this doesn't change anything. I'm just gonna go back to the story chart. You know what? It's fine. I don't even need to see... I I don't want to see Hokusai come back to life, to be fair. That's just ridiculous. I'm good. But this doesn't really feel like it's ended. Because the storyteller also said so. Yeah, how do we stop Yoko? I love that she's back, but I didn't expect her to be so evil about it. Was this the last? Yeah, conclusion was the last one. Well, there's not going to be anywhere here, probably, because I guess the only timeline we can stop Yoko is the Shogo timeline, huh? Come on, just... But where in the... Huh. I also don't want to do it all over again, so... Do I start from where she already died? I don't know. Thanks to Shogo's perseverance, Yoko Fukunaga finally regains consciousness. But when Shogo learns that she has no memory of what happened to her, he decides to call off their search. Huh. I feel like in this part, we don't... Yeah. There's not much to be done. I'm gonna try to do it from... Because if she's already dead, she can kill Erio and Mio. If Yoko's the only one that needs to die, then so be it, you know, because everybody else survives if Yoko dies. I mean, that's including Nejima, so that kind of sucks, but... I mean, these two are gonna happen nonetheless, so... Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him first. This has been such a long time. I don't remember his voice at all. What do you want my curse stone with, anyway? I intend to seal it away in a secure location, so it may never be used again. I'm certain that you too would rather be free of this burden. The power to kill without fear of consequences in itself a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who could not resist the urge to use it. All the more so if promised a chance to resurrect the dead. You'll seal it away. How? I will put it in the care of a sorcerer who is well versed in his supernatural matters. If I have gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your curse stone. I have not. I'm just... I don't know. Huh? The hell is that? It looks like a light floating in midair. Huh? Okay. Yeah, because this never did anything the first time I played it. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of the 7 mysteries? It looks like Will-O-Wisp, maybe. Was there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Touch it. Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? Whoa. What the fuck was the point of that? Also, last time I did the same thing and then it didn't give me this option. What the fuck? Whatever. Cleansing. I mean, he didn't he didn't try to touch it, which was weird. Like, I did this exact same thing before when I touched it. I looked back to Takumi, looked back again, it was closer, and I touched it again and it just talked something about it, but he never gave me the option to touch it. So why would it only come now after I've got the conclusion? A bit weird, but okay. Cleansing. When the body, soul, and mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. Whoa. Okay. All of them, though. All of them? From past, future, present? Like, oh. My. Finally, you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is a possibility that you have wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. About what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Seimon Tsuchimikado? I have no clue, man. I have no clue. I don't know. It's definitely not the Whispering Canon. False perception. Which one is the last one? Because the last one with the Honjo incident. Out of fear of being cursed, however, these occurrences were so strange. However, he did not know what had become of Rival in a sea way. Instead, I used the remaining soul dregs to turn 9 of the Netsuke made by Jinkichi into ritual implement till he placed a spell so that she could try to my pieces will awaken at once. When did he die? When did he died here? No, he died here. Then and there, filled with agony and her food cursed and rotten. Seimon too, having sustained serious wounds during their flight, died that day on Hoonji Bridge, still filled with regret. Regret. The bridge. Which one was on the bridge again? Don't remember. Kinshibori. Wait, what was the name of the bridge again? Was it just a Hoonji bridge? I feel like it was something more, right? Yeah, Hoonji bridge, but I don't know where the Hoonji bridge is. South from Varigasu Street. Irokoku bridge, this is a different bridge. Varigasu Street. Midoricho. Yasuda Gardens. Near day present Shumoku Bridge. No, it's not. It's a different bridge. Hoonji. While walking along a road near Hoonji at night, one might spot Elise. I mean, this one's the only one that says Hoonji, so I'm gonna assume it's this one then. Might spot a hazy lantern light ahead. Despite there being no one around, feeling it will cause it to go out suddenly. Kills by means of the curse they possess. One who has become a curse bearer. Yeah. I feel like it's the beckoning of light. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Seimon wandered about near Hoonji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa. But when called forth by Seimon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Seimon Tsuchimikado? What? I couldn't even read it. Who served as the self of Seiman Tsuchimikado? Who was his body? His descendant. Who carried his blood in their veins? I don't know. Was it Yoko? Oh no, wait. It can be Yoko. He literally just said like what was it? That his spirit, Seiman's spirit in his descendant was called forth. I mean, if he's possessed by that spirit, called forth his own soul or whatever spiriting, and I think that's the beckoning light. So it showed up in front of the true Seiman descendant, right? So it can be Yoko because she's already dead in the timeline, and that's why Shogo touched that cursed spirit, whatever thingy. It has to be Shogo. Or else why do that whole interaction earlier, you know? If not to give me this answer. Damn, I was almost about to say Yoko. And for what? What has she done? But kill people. I mean, so did Shogo, but you know. Correct again. Although Shogo Kie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. Goddamn, they're related. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Wow. Who would have thought, you know? I would have assumed it was the opposite. I feel like Shogo would have been a better Ashino descendant and Yoko more of a Seiman descendant. But to be fair, I don't know. I feel like Ashino descendants all have fucking weird resurrection wishes. Fucking Hokusai, my dog Ogopogo, you know, shitty reasons for like that to kill a lot of people. While Seiman was literally just like, I don't know, love of his life, who we only met a month ago. Fair, but also weird. And the other descendants didn't even kill people. Because the other descendants were Michio and Yoshimi. They both just died. And Yoshimi would have never killed anyone with that stone. Seiman and Ashino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who's the mind of Seiman Tsuchimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to this. Oh, you got me there. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. Who the fuck? I don't know. I don't think anybody... No, because all the people here are alive, you know? Unless it's like... Michio was possessing... Michio was possessing Yako. Yoshimi, I don't know. I don't feel... Like, why would... No, because he's also not like a resurrected version of Seiman, so that wouldn't make any sense. Are we? We're actually, besides the storyteller, we're the only ones... I mean, I could still put in storyteller, but the storyteller has never had any input into what is happening in the game. He's only telling the story. We're the ones that have been making weird decisions or putting things in the minds of our players. Some were quite dubious, so I don't understand why Seiman would choose those things, but fuck. I actually don't remember what name I gave myself in this game. I'm assuming it's just trash. But I'm not sure if it was trash I am. I don't think so. I think that was too annoying. But was it with a capital? Does it matter, you know? Like, I'm just gonna try this. Okay. Just trash. Ooh, same unconscious. Same unconscious, this is trash, man. Oh, I see. You believe it to be trash. I do believe his mind to be trash. I'm afraid it is not it. That it is not. Then who is it? The answer to this is most important, so please answer me once more. Who is the mind? Seimon Tsuchimikado, tell me the name of the person who's... Yeah. Okay, oh. I don't know the name of the storyteller also. I feel like storyteller is not gonna work. Did I do my name wrong? I'm not sure if I did it with a capital. Oops. Or did I do it fully? No, because then I would have been like, oh, should I do another capital for I? I feel like I literally just put in trash, but I'm not certain. And I'm not willing to... I mean, I can go back on a video or something, pause this for a minute. I don't care if I get it wrong another time. It's fine, whatever. I'm gonna try this one, and if not, I'm gonna look at what I called myself. Because there's no one else that could have been it but me, right? Oh, this time he said something different. Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. So, I just got it wrong because I forgot the capital T. That's annoying. That's right. You are Seiman's consciousness, awoken by the curse and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the event of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what we needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of the Ashino herself. I knew it was Yoko all along, but I didn't know that she was a descendant of Ashino. That's kind of... Yeah, that makes sense, because what else other reason would she have to be doing this, you know? You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. That's why Shogo kills... That's why Shogo kills Yoko. I never understood that. I thought he just did it by accident or like of self-defense, kind of. How interesting that she awakened Seiman's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. But due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Wait, what? Due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will? Using the story chart to undo her death. I led you to believe that it was the work of the rite of resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing that what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, is what ultimately revealed a way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Okie had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Kie would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Choza was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Ah, that's why she got that information. That's cool. I thought it was just me. Oh, oops. Fuck. Shit. Ah, I don't know what I got. That's annoying. Persons of interest. Ah, Yoko Fukunaga. Following graduation, Yoko worked as a desk job at a trading company, but butted heads. Oh, maybe, yeah. Here. In truth, Yoko is a descendant of Onmyoji who continued to practice in modern times. Her ancestor, Ashino, attempted to steal the rite of resurrection in Honjo during the Edo period. So this is why she's so obsessed with the occult. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry whilst researching her roots, and was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers, and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and performed the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered a record of fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul drags by calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul drags to revive Ashino. Since the effect of the curses increased the more people know and fear them, she first entrusted the record of fates to local historian Hideki Araishi, who could be used to easily spread the rumors. She also contacted Fumichika Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, to obtain the curse stones needed to gather soul drags. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino and readily agreed to aid his revival. Oh. Ashino is a he? I thought Ashino was a she all this time. While carrying out these steps, Yoko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Araishi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigation, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Seiman, and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threats, she killed him with the curse to ensure Seiman's descendant would not stand in her way. As the preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained a seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Kennel in order to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogo Kie, also a descendant of Seiman, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Seiman would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Seiman. Damn. Kind of sucks for Shogo, eh? Now I feel kind of really bad for Shogo. Really into this chick, but then, like, his ancestor got revived inside of him. And killed the love of his life. And the love of his life was not the love of his life because she was playing him all along. Sad stuff. Also, Yoko, insane. What the fuck? What the hell? She did not disappoint. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you know now, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? I'd use it even if I had to sacrifice myself. I'd use it even if I had to sacrifice someone. I'd use it if it came at no cost. I wouldn't want it. Let someone else have it. I wouldn't want it. I would destroy it. I guess the first one or the last one. I'm gonna say the last one, because he should have listened to the Jinky Cheese. Same on you, dumb fuck. He should have listened to his family members that told him not to seek out this power to begin with. Oh, I see. That was Simon's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Oh, it wasn't there the first time? Okay. And I don't remember it not being there, but whatever. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you have done. Shoga Ukie, 1 a.m. Nah. That's what happened. I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Amyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast a feast of shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yoko. I guess this explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule or 2 or 3. Insane. Haru Ishigima, 12 a.m. Ma'am, what is it? Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's evaded our reach until now. An eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. But then, wouldn't she also know already what happened to her son? That's so Tsutsumi, 1 a.m. Oh my god. Whoa. What the hell is this? The medical unit told me not to get down here. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What the hell? Boss, look what in the female's victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it, and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart would be. No. Do you think, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt that this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm going to make a phone calls. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Kinda sucks that Yoshimi still had to die. Feel bad for Mayu. Yako Sakazaki, 1 a.m.
Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there really never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us.
Damn it. Why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be. No. I should never have believed in this blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, the rite of resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time. Yeah, fuck this guy. Richter, Iwai is out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ariel. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Oh, whoa, that's the kidnapper. It's going a bit fast. I can't even read it, man.
Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. She's always following me. I'm so sorry, Michio. I had no idea.
Yeah, she has to experience that all over again, huh?
What? Hajime was killed? But it's Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that, you know that.
Yeah, and boss is hiding something. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from EY. Oops, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimi after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? That is crazy. What? Well, you know, more or less. Okay, so this is truly the end. Wow, okay. Crazy game, first of all. Yeah, I think I have to collect my thoughts for a bit. I have no clue what to say on this for now. I kind of want to say told you so, but half the time I was wrong. Half the time I was wrong, or I was like half off. Like, I'm still sad that I didn't get to find out, like, truly if Ayame was the descendant or just like a resurrected Shino. Also, Ashino and Shino, so similar names. I need to know, like, what's happening there, you know? Whoa, what's in the water? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's just a boat. Okay. It looked like an underwater sea creature for a second. Yeah. Yeah, wild. I know Yoko. I've been begging for Yoko to come back, and then the second she appears, I'm like, fuck. I actually put her back to bed. Put her back to bed. Cause shit. She did not disappoint in her rivalry with being the best villain. But also it came so left field. Like, I was wanting her to come back for so long, but then her villainous little act right before the ending of the conclusion just felt so out of place for me. And then, like, revealing all these things that she did behind the scenes would have been way cooler if she was a little bit more in the game, I feel like. Because now it just feels like they just put someone in there just to finish it all off in a nice little neat way. Whereas in Ayame Tono, like, you could really feel like she was a villain true and true. Like, she was coming in earlier. She was there all this time. She had more reason to do the things that she did. Besides her main focus on Hokusai, that's just wild. But then again, the other girl, she wanted to revive Ogopogo, so, like, what the fuck? I guess one or the other was possessed by Ashino, and the other one was resurrected by Shino, but it's still, I don't know. That felt a little bit out of place for me, the whole Yoko thing. I would have loved if she came in a bit earlier and, I don't know, maybe pretended to be good for a bit longer instead of just putting her in the beginning dying or running off, as so to speak. Like, how was she evading everyone all of this time throughout the entirety of Honjo City? Was she just I don't know, weird. Was she just at home? Was she just relaxing at home? I love that this is still open. Really pisses me off. I really want to finish it off just to get all the endings. But, yeah, I don't know how to... You know what? I'm just gonna do it for the heck of it. I'm just gonna... Just to let... Just to give Ayame's ending... Yeah, I really want to get Ayame's happy ending. Not even just because I want to see Ayame have a happy ending, because honestly she doesn't deserve it. Neither does Hokusai deserve to be revived just to live for like a few seconds and to die straightly after, because this guy's fucking 90 years old. But I want to do it for completionist's sake, and I'm really upset that I didn't get all the birds. I kind of wonder also, does it change anything in the game if I get all the birds? Is it like, oh, a little achievement or something? Or does it give me something extra? Because I feel like I wouldn't get anything extra from finding a few more birds. But for now, let's just get this. Sorry, but that won't make me... Oh, fuck. How do I get Ayame to kill me? It's so difficult for some reason. Weird. I just want to see... I just want to see this completely black. I want to see everybody get what they want at least once. I want to get all the endings. Come on. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to should I just restart it? But that's so long. It's annoying. I don't want to do that. Maybe I should start a bit earlier. Huh.
A little abrupt, don't you think? Asking if I smoke?
Fuck. Was I supposed to do it last or something? That would be really dumb. I don't know why that would be the case. Maybe I am supposed to do it all over again. I now found that out. You had to be hiding something from her because I forgot what her curse stone did. So, I mean, the activation thing for her curse stone. Finally.
There we go.
Ma'am. Damn. Did you fulfill the conditions?
She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. Jeez, why did you try to hide it now of all times? I wouldn't have come if you weren't a curse bearer.
Oh, that's a brutal way. Stop!
Too bad. She's already dead.
This is horrific.
I'll be taking her curse down. Whoa. Huh? All the hunting clapper needed was a source of fire. That was a close one. Now then, what will you do, Mr. Investigator? You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you mercy if you're going to try and capture me. So, what'll it be?
Still don't know her curse. I still don't know how her curse works. It's too risky to make a move.
Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right?
I could still do my duty as a citizen and report you, you know.
Oh, what a surprise. This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness.
She was after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul drags.
Well, it looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave then. Bye-bye.
Upon killing Harue Shigima, a fellow curse bearer, Ayame Tono obtained more than enough soul drags for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desire, she needed to harvest more. Fuck. So, she waited for the sun to set, for when the Feast of Shadows effect were at its peak. And she used the one-sided Reese curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, started with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed, kills by dismemberment one whose face, address, name, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who being a curse bearer himself was promptly targeted for his soul drags. Tsutsumi death threw the investigation efforts into disarray, allowing Ayame to evade capture. Afterwards, she acquired various address registers and phone books and systematically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed. The strange death shook society to its core. Wow. I think this is my least favorite ending of all. Like, I don't like that she got what she wanted. She has to kill the most people because of her stupid wish, because her wish cost the most soul drags out of all of the other wishes. Like, I bet a dog is really cheap compared to Hokusai. Yeah. I don't know. It really pissed me off. But I'm glad I got to get it anyway, just for the fun. For the heck of it. I just wanted to know what would happen. Like, we still didn't get to see Hokusai though, so that's kind of crazy. But all things must come to an end, and so in time the killing stopped. Sometime after the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst onto the art scene. Female? She introduced herself as the mysterious mad paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as the modern reincarnation of Katsushiko Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history. I thought Katsushika Hokusai was a man. Yeah, it was a man. I guess she was using him this whole time. So much for respect for the man that, I don't know, kept you in your little dream world so much so that you were willing to kill millions of men. At the end of the day, it was just you trying to make money out of an old artist, wasn't it? That's really fucked up. Ending 4. Ayame's aspiration. Fuck that ending. At the end of the day, it was all about money for Ayame, huh? And I guess to see more of his works. Also, I floated a little bit past it earlier because I had to skip because I was like looking through files, but there was a new file edit as well. File 23. It was a thank you note from the maker, which was really cute. Thank you for playing our game all the way to the very end. We look forward to the day we can present you with another Paranormasight. Sincerely yours, Nakagoshi. Well, thank you, Nakagoshi, for making this game. It was so enjoyable to play, and the characters were really well written. I enjoyed it so much. And yeah, also thank you for anyone who was watching. Who was watching. I'm really still concerned about the missing files because there's so many files missing. I think in total 3 are still left. 2, 3. I'm actually quickly gonna look them up, see what they are, and then I'm gonna close the game because I don't think I have anything more to say right now, at least not, because my mind is like fried right now. Let's see. For some reason, I can't seem to find them. If I do ever find them, I'll probably add them and like as just like an audio file attached to this video. But for now, I really have to go, so I'm just gonna have to save and see you all next time. Hopefully with a new game. Oui. Ciao. So, some other notes that I had for closing this game off, not necessarily complaints, but things that stood out to me or felt a bit off, were how a lot of the main protagonists besides Shogo, who had his own arc, and Setsumi, who actually was very much involved because of his daughter, the other main protagonists that you're supposed to play, don't actually feel like you are playing them. They barely have any dialogue, especially Yako and Mayu, where Yako's entire thing was just being possessed by Michio and ending up Mio's lackey, basically. After having that issue solved, and Mayu being more of a main protagonist for one scene, where she's locked up and has amnesia, but as soon as she's out, all she ever says is get them for me and Yoshimi, which feels strange because she has such a powerful core stone and seems to have strong independent personality. Being a former delinquent and all, but doesn't want to take any action in this story herself. which is realistic, but just kind of a bummer. I'm not really here to play anything realistic, to be fair. Haru, on the other hand, has much more of a slow build, where she starts it all off with being questioned and giving a long monologue, and ending it with kind of a exciting one-on-one with Ayame, which also didn't feel all too out of place with their previous meetings. Even though I found her story to be a bit dragging at times, I think hers had one of the better payoffs, even if it didn't canonically happen. Someone who could have had some similar or better treatment would have been Yoko. She enters as a manic pixie nightmare girly, disappears, and reappears at the last minute to reveal herself as the mastermind and true evil being possessed by Lady Ashino. Which I felt a bit sad about. I really like that we had to go all the way to the beginning to kill Yoko to stop everything from happening. But just imagine how cool it would have been if she actually was around in other people's timelines. Making it a bit more hard to find out that at what point she could have or should have been stopped. All in all, the way the main characters really feel more like the supporting cast than the actual supporting cast. Probably, this is my interpretation, because we don't play as them. We play as Seiman, experiencing all of this kind of secondhand, only being able to give a whisper here and there to edge them towards a certain direction or choice, but never the deciding character, because even if we don't want the characters to kill, they still have a will of their own. Which is why I don't really have that much of an issue with the main characters being so much in the background, except for Mayu, just because it feels very uncharacteristic, and Yoko, but I already explained why on her part. Sorry for this long rant, and thank you for anyone who watched even a second of my first Cursed playthrough, and I'll be playing a new one real soon. Bye!